Welcome back. You are listening to the Flow Friday Sports Show on Flow FM. Time to talk some tennis again, this time in South Australia. And we're going straight to Egan Regnier, who's our correspondent from the Southern Ports Tennis Association. Lovely to have you back with us, Egan. How are you?
Yeah, very good. Good to be back and excited for round one.
All right. Well, firstly, just give us the view from the Robe Club there. How's everyone at the club feeling ahead of the season starting?
Yeah, good. We had our open day last Saturday just to sort of get everyone together before the season starts, have a quick little hit, and especially, some new players to the club this year. It's just good to, welcome them in and get to meet them and get a feel for what the summer of tennis is going to be.
All right, in the corner of your eye, or perhaps just trying to find a little wedge in a fence to see how the Rebels are going this year. We know that they got the better of you last year, so you want to correct that this year. How do you think things are going on the other side of the divide there in Robe?
Yeah, I've changed to a Rebel this year, so
well, cat's out of the bag.
I'm against the Roosters all season, but I know we'll train well, hopefully, leading up to our Robe match later in the season, and hopefully we can get the chockies and get the cup in our hands for the first time ever.
All right, you're going to have to explain this further, Egan. How did they tap you up? How has this possibly happened? I thought you were a devoted Robe Roosters legend, but the loyalty just doesn't exist in tennis anymore.
I don't know about that. It's tough. We, us as a committee, having two teams, with only new to having two sides. We sit down for a fairly long meeting and we discuss what the sides are going to be, and we try to make it as even as possible. And you obviously want to try and make friends play with friends as well. So they really enjoyed their Saturday afternoons. And you look at a lot of things. How committed a lot of people are to fill spots and all that. So a lot of it goes into it. And also, you try and play with someone new in your doubles each year to just get a feel for, mixing up all the time and playing with different people. And this year I got put across to the Rebels, and looking forward to it.
Tisk. I don't know how I feel about this. I'm going to have to get used to this one. There we go, though. All right, well, let's take a look at round one, Egan. We'll start off talking about your former side. They're in action against Narracourt. This will be a bit of a spicy game.
They have to travel down to Narracourt on Saturday afternoon. Long travel for round one, but it's not a bad one to get out over and done with early. I don't know. I don't know how the Roosters are shaping up so far this weekend, but I imagine Narracourt are going to be fairly strong again. They finished good last season, and I reckon they're going to bounce back really well again this year. So if I had to tip a side, I'm going to go for the Narracourt team.
Yeah, they were strong last year, weren't they? It'll be a hard one for the Roosters, especially on the road. Your side up against Penola. How do we see this one going? Penola, pretty hard to see them sort of being at the races with this one, but it's a new dawn and a new season, Egan.
Yeah, well, that's the big thing. I know, we're playing Penola, and they didn't have a great season last year, but anything can happen this year. You can pick up 3 or 4 really good players, and that can just really, really help your side. So, yes, we're playing at home against Penola, and I hope we don't take them lightly, and we can start off the year really well with a solid win.
Tell me if I'm drawing a bit of a long bow here, Egan, but since we last had tennis on, there's been a massive boom of migration out to regional Australia. Is that, one factor that might have re-energised and reinvigorated some of these teams, being able to get, some Adelaide-based people, perhaps, or some people from Melbourne even, into some of the regional parts of South Australia, in this case, southeast South Australia, because, it's unlikely that you're going to get heaps of migrants coming in who are great tennis players, I would assume. So given there's people going to the regions in their droves these days, is there any chance that some teams might have picked up some hidden gems?
Well, spot on. You just don't know. Tennis isn't a hugely popular sport, I guess, in some small towns, country towns. But, someone from the city or elsewhere, played a bit of tennis in their time, and they can move down and they can, really, they make themselves know that they play tennis and they get involved in that club. They can really, make a solid position for themselves. And especially if you get a really good 2 or 3 come into the town, and you move everyone down the order, and they play in the sort of right number they're meant to. So it can really help the whole side out for the year. So yeah, it could be very huge if you can pick someone up like that.
There we go. All right, well, let's move along, and there's a big derby game in round 1, as we'd expect in Lucindale. The Lucindale Wombats up against the Koalas. Which way does this one get tipped, do you reckon?
Yeah, now there's only 2 Lucindale sides. It's a big derby, I guess, against one another. So very interesting on the grass courts. Hopefully the grass courts had a good winter and are in really good shape this season. So yeah, I don't really know. I expect the 2 Lucindale sides are going to be both strong. So I'm just going to, stab in the dark. I'm going to tip the Wombats to beat the Koalas.
All right, we've got that one on the record. Francis/Lucindale Eagles, they will do battle with Beachport. I liked Beachport last year, and I like their chances in this game. Tell me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, Beachport were real hit and miss last year. They, their full side was really good. And then, every other team's the same as well. But when you struggle for a couple of players, you just drop a little bit. But Francis reigning premiers. I don't know. I don't know if I believe you there, Ellis, but I reckon Francis will probably get over the line against Beachport.
All right, there we have it. And Kingston will sit out. So, Egan, you're not in any action this week. Tell us why.
Might be going on the footy trip, which should be very enjoyable, hopefully.
Where's the trip, Egan?
We're going down Geelong.
Oh, fantastic. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Fantastic, Egan Regnier. Well, our correspondent from South East Tennis, the Southern Ports Tennis Association, really great to check in with you again. It will be round 1. You'll be missed, I'm sure, but we'll talk to you again about how things are shaping up for round 2 next week. All the best and enjoy your time in Victoria.
Thank you very much. And good luck to everyone that's playing tennis this weekend.